BTC number one, take 42 of another SubaruSteve live stream special. Ready, set, action. Hey folks, don't ask me what that was about. I really could not go into detail, but I wanted to try something different here. As I move from room to room in the house, I'm going to have you guys looking at my solo miner. And I would point out to you that it is actually live right now. There's your time, 152, right? How many days it's been running, the current price of Bitcoin. This is what I'm really concerned about is how high does that number have to go for me to hit one block, right? So for those of you just tuning in a few moments, I'll come back and review the live chat as well. So don't go anywhere. I'll come back and read for questions, but I'll talk about this thing as I go from one room to this other room. And I'm assuming that my phone is still carrying and you can hear me. But what you're looking at is a solo Bitcoin miner. And I got this from a online site. I ordered it first from one place and it was a piece of crap. And I got my money back for that. And I thought, I'm going to do this. Let me do it right. Let me order it from the company and pay them the money to help me get it set up right. Well, the support was lacking. However, I did fumble my way through it and figure out how to get it working. And one of the biggest challenges was everybody's home now is set up with 5G or better internet, right? Well, to get this thing working, you have to access a 2.4 giga what's what I'm looking for, connection off your cell phone, and then parlay it over to the faster speed internet on your CPU or in your home. Now, once it's set up, what you're looking at right now is it's running independently of the computer that I have it attached to. So if I put my computer to sleep, it still runs in the background on the dedicated Wi-Fi of the house. Is that making sense? I hope so. Wait, I got to stretch. I got to throw this up on the top shelf. Hey, I did it again. And yeah, I need to get me a drink. Non-alcoholic, of course. But yeah, so, I pointed out on there a block right now, and that's that big zero on the left side. If I wake up, I think when I wake up, if there's a one there, when I wake up, depending on what year it is, right? You feel me there? There it is. If I wake up and I see a one there, well, I've already got a dedicated Bitcoin receiving address. I think it's like 35 characters long. But I've got that set up because you have to have something like that set up for this thing to work. So if it solves a block, that is approximately 3.25 Bitcoins, right? 3.25 Bitcoins, which would then be deposited into my Bitcoin account, which I use one through Coinbase. So any of you that have any expertise or knowledge with the solo miner or Bitcoin receiving through Coinbase, let me know, because I'm learning more as I go in this crazy world for 68-year-old plus people to discover new worlds. I'm going down a rabbit hole, I forget that. Anyway, so firmware version. That was one of the problems I just recently had was I thought I had the current firmware, and then come to find out it actually was updated. So whenever it freezes up, I have to become more of an expert again to go back and learn how to, what was it called, flash the firmware? Something like that, to upgrade the firmware. You know what I mean. But yeah, local IP, that's a number here locally that I'm connecting to the internet through. The best difficulty of miners in the land, best difficulty, bottom left corner there. That's what I want to know. Right now, I'm in the hundreds, right? How high will that number go before it won't show? Well, no, it will show, because if you look in the center, there's a number there that has a T on the end. Well, that's trillion. So I know the odds of actually solving a Bitcoin or solving a block in a solar miner is like 1 in a trillion, right? But the neat thing is that this is happening every 10 minutes. every 11 seconds, a new block is sent and hashed, or I'm still learning about that, the hash rate. Um, in my one example, I'm going to show you that real quick. This one example that I'm talking from shows it at 414 hash. I'm hitting what, 1026? Yeah. But that's the hash rate. Counter of miners in LAN, well, of course, that's just going to be me because it's a solo miner, right? Wow, nobody came in and saw this. Nobody's looking for me in the middle of the day. That's fine. The more I talk about this, the more I retain and the more I learn about it, right? Right side, the little arrow pointing down. Let's see, I'll try to point to this stuff right here. So it's 3273. That's the number of jobs I have received in the last 3 days and 17 hours. 3,273, of which my best hash rate or difficulty was 255.3. That's gone up from this morning. Total hash rate of miners in LAN. Now that's 1.0. That's millihertz, I believe. This is where I got to learn from. That's really what I want to know right now, though. It's best difficulty. How high will that number go before it solves a block and makes that a 1, right? And then when that happens, anybody who knows this, when that happens and that's a 1 there, how long before my Coinbase Bitcoin account receives all that? And does the solo miner make any sound if it solves the block? I don't know. Those are some of the questions I have right now. It is 1:58 p.m. and I'm just going to look at this for a couple seconds. Anybody comes in, live chat is up. I'd love to hear from you. Ask me anything if you have any questions. So I'm looking over here too at this again. The network difficulty. Network difficulty, that is there, 1.259 trillion. That's the odds of me actually getting a block. 125.9 trillion. Why they don't just say 126, I don't know. Right below that is the last share difference and best different. And again, it's there, and there. And I'm wondering, why is it triplicated there? No, don't know that. And then under that is the share rejective, share accept. And we want to be at 99%. No, 95 of 14,919. So I got some learning to do there. I'll show you a couple neat things about the solo miner though. And I might order another one. If you do order one, you do not need to order this thing. H-Star charged me like $14.99. And you know what? Lesson learned, I don't need this. But it would sit in there. And I did not want it down on the desk where it was hard to see or what have you. So I mounted it with using Velcro. But watch this, right? So there it becomes an excellent little clock for those of you who want to clock on your computer. And you see the current Bitcoin rate. You see your hashing. I wonder if you solve a block, does it instantly go back to the other screen to show you? And then here, oh, look, all the stocks are up. The other day or yesterday, they were all red. Bitcoin, 69,104, up 5.4%. ETH, was it Ethernet? That's one of those cryptos. Down at the bottom, Doge, trending at almost 10 cents. Yeah, almost a dime, 9.9653. Yeah, pretty neat, huh? There's a clock. There goes that back to work again. What else? So I took a bunch of notes. And this is really more for me to go back and look at once I get confused again. I probably am going to order another one though. So I've got all my notes. You need your home Wi-Fi system that you're going to use, and of course your special password that you would use with that. You need to be able to bridge that to a 2.4 connection. I can't do it the other way. Get your Bitcoin receiving account set up. There's no point in doing this if you don't have a Bitcoin account. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Coinbase or something like that and make sure that you can get a account that, and I think maybe that's the reason they have this on here, is it needs to be BTC set up. These are all cryptos. You're not working on those. You're looking for Bitcoin, right? So you want to make sure that the crypto account you set up is set up so that you can receive an actual Bitcoin through the Bitcoin network, right? Come on, come on. There we go. One more time. Come on. Yeah. So let's see. I think that's about it for now. I do got notes. If anybody gets one of these, and one of the things that I found very frustrating was actually speaking to somebody using this system, actually getting a conversation going, because um, customer service, unfortunately or fortunately, is the company now, not the individuals that actually are the consumers. But in any event, I'm here now. What knowledge I have, I'm happy to share. Two or more minds are always better than the one, right? And yeah. Questions I had. Let's see. I guess I put them in the regular comments at the end of this, and the questions I have. If you watch this, and I can remember the questions I had, maybe I'll just review it for that matter as well. Anybody got any questions now, though? I am looking at the live chat, so yeah, I'll just say hello there. Hello. 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 Oh, add emotes. Okay, I'll add emote. Hi. There we go. It says that there are 2 people watching. Do I know you two? Still watching. Oh, wait a minute. Am I one of them? Aren't I funny? I am one of them. There's one person watching. All right, folks, I got to get out of here. Y'all have a great day wherever you go, whatever you do, like me, do it in a Subaru. And I'm just going to let this thing run for a little bit for no other reason. Dreaming blue skies and sandy beaches. Well, how are you today? And it appears you're looking great. Yeah. I don't know how I know. Like I said, it appears, right? Anybody? Oh, you're the only one watching, so I would say anybody. But are you following the Nancy Guthrie case? I mean, that's turning into like another national case out there. Um, Savannah Guthrie's mom, which is interesting. This is interesting. If this is interesting, then you need to watch this from the beginning, because I went into a bunch of stuff on it. All these, I'm going through my mail right now. Yeah, very sad case. Very sad case, but hopefully we'll see some answers soon. All right, listen, anybody who comes in now, and including dreaming blue skies and sandy beaches, I am SubaruSteve. I go live Sunday through Thursday at 8 a.m., starting each week with a Sunday morning social media sermon. I have done 140 of them, 140 Sundays, followed by a motivational Monday, a shocking truth Tuesday, a middle of the week hump day Thursday, and a new segment I've started calling Speaking Politically, where I do my absolute best to stay neutral, talking about Republicans and Democrats, politics, and that kind of thing. The kind of thing that originally united this great country, that now we are sadly divided. And amen to that. God is always good. God is great, for that matter. But that's Sunday through Thursdays, 8 a.m. live on the SubaruSteve YouTube channel. Please, if you'll subscribe, I'll do another video. I'll always go live. So we'll see how things go. Y'all have a great day. High five now. I am SubaruSteve Montgomery in the beautiful resort city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. What do you mean I'm still live? Yeah, I know I'm still live. Well, I wanted to sound like I ended it, but I was going to let it run for a little bit. Okay. Uh-oh, somebody else is now watching. If you have questions about a solo miner, ask them now. Oh, I got to type something out. I'm going to type it in here and then copy it to the comments afterwards. So my questions were, solo mining. What happens when you hit a block? Does the miner flash or play trumpets? Play trumps? Trumpets. Trumpets? And what is the highest, best difficulty? D-I-C-U-L-T-Y. And what was the other question I had looking at that? Understand the trillions, the packets, the workers, the hash rate. And I guess I'll ask Google AI a novice way to explain total hash rate. Is that the questions I have? I think that's just it right now. Date, time, hours. The minus 24, this up there, what does that mean? That's internet. Minus 24, it's minus 37. And then to the right of that, the 69,000, that's the price of Bitcoin. Okay, that's it. Let me see. What's I going to do there? It's going to type it here and then put it in the regular comments. Yeah, so I'll do this first. Copy. Excuse me while I talk to myself. The only scary part is when I answer myself. What happened? I thought I sent it. Where'd I go? Paste. And go. There we go. Alrighty, folks. You all have a great day. Wherever you go, whatever you do, like me, do it in Subaru. Oh, good. You can see that in the comments. I saw that. That looked pretty good there. All right. Hope you'll honor me with a subscribing, by subscribing, and with a liking and sharing, showing you care. Other than that, I'll see you all Sunday morning live at 8 a.m. with Sunday morning social media sermon number 141. The topic is to be determined. And reminding everybody that knows about a young man who vanished out of Hendersonville, Tennessee almost 2 years ago. Say a prayer for those involved in the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case and the Guthrie family. High five and out. I am SubaruSteve Montgomery, and I'm out of here. Later.